Hi, my name is Jeet from Espressotec Sales and Service. Today we're going to do a video featuring a Pavoni Lever Espresso Machine. Haven't seen many out there, and we have a lot of customers asking, how do they work, what do they do, and they don't know the basics of it. So we're going to do a video overview and kind of go over the machine. This is going to apply to pretty much all the models, the 16 cup, 8 cup, doesn't matter what the base is. It's basically the same fundamentals. So here we have it right here. This is a 16 cup Stradivari. And this is the black edition. The Stradivari normally or initially came out with the wood accents everywhere, but this one's the black edition. So you save a bit of cost there, but you're still getting the Stradivari look. Reasons for Stradivari is because the base is shaped like the Stradivari violins. So basics on the machine: you fill water into the boiler. There is no pump on this unit. You're pretty much the pump, so it's quite a manual machine, as bare bones as you can really get it. While still being able to get an espresso. So here we have the large boiler, then you have the 16 cup models and then the 8 cup models with various different bases. Black, chrome, there's certain anniversary editions like that were red and orange. Drip tray right here has a cover, and that whole assembly actually just slides right out. A common problem we find is Pavonis is that they will rust if you let a lot of water leak out, so keep it nice and clean. Make sure your drip tray is dry before putting it in there so you don't create a nice little rust spot. Most models have the switches on the side, but because of this nicely styled base, the Stradivari has the on switch right at the front. Unit takes about 5 minutes to really get up to pressure and temperature. And on most models, like the 8 cup models, it'll have an indicator light on the side when it's heating and when it's not heating. The 16 cup models in general come with a pressure gauge, and so you can actually see what the pressure is. And by removing the base, you can actually adjust the pressure so it's sitting there right at 1 or whatever you find to be your best brewing pressure to be. Now on the back here, we have the steam valve, which opens it up for the steam. This one has a nice movable steam arm, and the Stradivari actually has this removable. It's quite hot right now, so I can't really pop this off, but you can take it off and put in their kind of auto frother that will automatically steam your milk. But we left this on because the traditional steam wand with 3 tips froths a lot nicer. So if you open it up here, again, at the very first beginning, because it is going to heat up this boiler, this valve does act a bit like an anti-siphon valve, but it's mainly the safety valve that releases the pressure. So when you open it up, you're going to get a bit of condensation as the first little bit, and then you'll get your steam. So as a steamer, this steams quite well. This machine, you'll be able to produce espressos and lattes and cappuccinos, but you can't just dispense hot water like a traditional pump espresso machine. So there goes your Americanos. So to fill water, you just take off the knob at the top, fill the boiler. On the side, all models have a water level sight gauge. You want to make sure that you don't let that water run below that lower nut. You want the element to be submerged in water so it's safe. So always top it up, and again, the more water you put, the longer it's going to heat up. So if all you're going to do is make an espresso and kick it, you only need a little bit of water in there and you're good to go. So the Stradivari model, there's also a little status light here along with the gauge, and this light lets you know when the element is heating and when it's not heating. For example, light just went out, luckily, and that just means that the element was on. Now it came back on, so the element is off, it's ready to use. So that's the basic overview on it, but here I'm going to finish off with just the group head. We have a 51mm portafilter handle. The units come with a single and a double basket, and ever since 2000 onwards, it's got the Millennium group head, so that's why it's the 51mm. Previously it was a 49mm, so they made it a little bit bigger for better heat dissipation. And you can fit your single and double in there. It's a little bit different though, actually. When you lock it into the group head, you lock it in dead center, and then you tighten to the left. So instead of normally locking it in this position and tightening to the right. So it's a little bit opposite, so a lot of customers find that a little awkward to put it back in, but it's very easy to get a hold of. Another feature that you see with, luckily, that we have the Stradivari is also the design group head. So it is a 51mm, although it looks different. Internally, it's the same as any other 16 cup Pavoni machine after 2000. So that kind of goes over the video overview of what the basics are of the lever machine. To actually brew an espresso, you would be lifting this lever up, and if you check out our next video, we'll go over how to really brew, an espresso shot with one of these machines. They're hard, they take some practice, I'm not the best at it, but we'll go ahead and take some shots next time. In the meantime, thanks for checking out our video, and stay tuned for the next one.